Hi guys, how you doing? This is gonna be the first in a series which I'm calling How to Speak English Like an Englishman. This is gonna be about the pronunciation, about the dialect and about slang for intermediate and advanced learners to make them sound a bit more English, to make them sound a bit more natural. So, the first episode today, we're going to be talking about the word mate, possibly one of the most important words in the English language. So, this is how to talk English like an English guy. You want to get your pipe sparked up, you want to get your cup of tea, and just get a bit English. So this word mate, it's important for a few reasons. Like one reason is because you can use it for so many things in so many different situations. And the meaning can change very much depending on the tone and the context and the situation. You can have like entire sentences going on with this one word. It has like a lot of different meaning. So basically the word mate means friend. Very similar to amigo or amiga in Spanish or to bat in Vietnamese. But it's a little bit more complicated because it can have different meanings depending on the rising tone and the falling tone. So first we're going to talk about the word mate with a falling tone. So this is the happy mate, this is the friendly mate. The sound is kind of like mate, like mate, how you doing mate? This is my best mate here, this is my best mate. So when you got this sort of falling tone, then the word mate is really friendly. This is when you're talking about your very, very good friends. Like a neutral tone, normal mate. But then, if you got a rising tone, maybe not so friendly. If you got this rising tone, it's like mate. This is not friendly. This is not so friendly. Like it's like what mate? What you talking about, mate? We got this short A sound, this mate. Not friendly. This is like way more aggressive. I'll just give you some examples with like some phrases. So one thing that English people say like a lot is all right. People say this a lot. All right, like you all right, mate? And this phrase, all right, mate, it's two words, but it's saying so much. Like with an English guy, if you say like, all right, mate, what you're really saying is like, hi, how are you? I'm good. So this is like a lot in like one word. You say, all right, mate. What it really means is, hi, how are you? I'm good. But you don't need to say that. You only need to say, all right, mate. Just, that's all you say. Like, I see some guy, all right, mate. They see me, they say, all right, mate. And we know that we're friends, we know everything's good, we've asked each other how we're doing, and then we can get into the conversation. So be like, all right, mate, where do you want to go tonight? All right, mate, what have you been doing this week? All right, mate, do you want to go get some beers? Loads and loads of information. So this is like the friendly mate. This is like the falling tone. This is like, all right, mate, how you doing? Exactly the same as, hi, how are you? I'm fine, thanks. You know, it's an entire sentence in two words. I mean, you can also just say alright. You can just say, hey, alright. And again, this means, how are you? I'm good. Thanks. Just one word. That's all you need. All your hello, how are you? I'm good, thank you. You can do all that in just the one word, alright. But if you add the word mate, it's a bit more friendly. On the opposite end of the spectrum, we're going to look at a phrase with the unfriendly mate. So the really angry mate is the you what mate. You what mate. This is a short A, like you what mate. This is very, very angry. There's a similar phrase in Vietnamese which is like my bunzi. And it's basically like, you're saying like, what's going on? What are you doing? It's basically saying, are you wanting to fight? Do we have a problem here? Like you and me, have we got a problem? Are you wanting to fight? Say you what mate. And this is the unfriendly mate. If some guy is like causing problems and you just go up to him and you're like, you what mate? Then he knows you're serious and he's not going to play games with you. That's like, you know, playtime's over. Either this guy has to fight or apologise or just go away. I mean, and you can turn this up a notch. You can turn this up a notch a bit like this. Like I'm sure you can guess what what I'm thinking about here. But if you really want to like raise the situation, like this guy has insulted you, like the situation is getting serious. You can say this, and this is like, you know, this shows that you're very serious. So that's two totally different examples of the word mate. You've got your alright mate, which is really friendly. You've got the you what mate, which is not friendly at all. And I'd just like to talk a bit more about like where people say this. So this is mostly England, mostly the north of England, also Australia. People say this a lot in Australia, but they will also understand it in America, England, of course England, America, Wales, Scotland, Canada. These guys will understand what you're talking about, but this is predominantly England and Australia, maybe New Zealand also. So that's all I really have to say about this, mates. So, like, see you mates. Hope you enjoyed that, mates. Goodbye.